everyone, my name is Julie Fleury and I am a Healthy Lifestyle Transformation Officer for Pontiac en Forme, which is devoted to teaching healthy habits to people from the population. And today I will be talking to you about breastfeeding, as I was a breastfeeding coach before. I did have the training and everything. However, I do want to tell you that my training is not up to date. However, I did find important to teach you share with you different information about breastfeeding that is available to the public. So today I will be talking to you about how baby can take the breast when breastfeeding. So first of all, before putting baby to the breast, we must be conscious of the different ways baby shows us signs as he awakens. Because we do want to put baby at the breast before he starts crying. So as a mom, as a dad, we must be attentive to the signs when he starts to wake up, which are when we see underneath his eyelids that his eyes are starting to move, he's starting to do a cooing sound and bringing his hands and fists to his mouth. That usually signifies that he is hungry. So it is at that specific time that mom will usually put baby at the breast when he is still calm, because if we do try to put baby at the breast when he's very crying and very angry, it is more difficult for mother and for the child as well. So if ever he does start crying and he is not at the breast yet, you can do different things to try to calm him down, such as putting a clean finger in his mouth in order for him to suck on, to calm him down. Bringing him back to the fetal position, so bringing his arms and his legs up to his chest and his belly, which is usually a comforting position for a baby. And you can also extract a bit of milk in order to give it to him to calm him down before putting him at the breast. There are different steps to a good latching, if we will. So first of all, mother must be comfortable. She has to be sitting down with her back straight, putting as much pillows and props as needed so that she is sitting comfortably, okay? And then you must support the breast in either a U or C position, always to make kind of a sandwich for the baby to take. For us, for example, when we eat a sandwich, we eat it like this and not like that. It's the same thing for a baby. The breast must be easy for him to grasp. When we place baby on the mom before breastfeeding, we must make sure that the baby is at the height that the breast falls naturally. So for example, if your breast falls here naturally, well, you will put baby at this height and not too high or too low. Because if baby is not at the right height, mom will have to support him all throughout the breastfeeding session, which is not ideal because she will get tired, comfortable, maybe have a back pain. Afterward, baby must be positioned belly to belly with his mom, and you can see a horizontal axe, if you will, going from the baby's ear to his shoulder to his hip. So like that, if he's placed horizontally, belly to belly with his mom, we see that he is placed comfortably. Okay, so after we make sure that baby is placed belly to belly with the mom with the horizontal line that I spoke to you just seconds ago, we must make sure that the nipple is pointing towards the nose of the baby so that it is easier for him to latch on to the breast. And if ever you see that it's difficult to put baby at the breast, you can also put a bit of milk on the nipple so that baby will take it easily. So in order to put baby at the breast to ensure proper latching, mom can tickle the baby's lips with her nipple, and so that he'll open the mouth very wide. And we have to wait for baby to open mouth very big. Then we take him behind the here, so never pushing on the head of the child, but mostly here at the top of his neck, and we bring him closely to the breast so that he will latch on. And it's very important to bring baby to the breast and not to bring mom towards the baby, because like I mentioned a while ago, we want to make sure for mom to have the best position, okay? And when baby latches on, he must take around 3 centimeters of the areole of the breast, so the brown part, the darker part. He will not just latch onto the nipple. It's called breastfeeding and not nipple feeding. It's for that particular reason, because if ever baby just latches on the nipple, it'll be painful for the mom, so we don't want that. Like I said, breastfeeding is not supposed to be painful. It can be uncomfortable in the beginning, but we'll get to that point afterwards. So how do we know if baby is drinking well? You'll see that when he's sucking rhythmically. So you can suck, suck, take a pause, suck, suck, take a pause. So being very rhythmical, and we can hear him swallow. Hearing him swallow is mostly like the sound of the letter K in French, so you will hear k, 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 k every time he swallows, so that's a good thing. If ever we do press on the breast, we must see the baby's lips, so it's kind of like if he had duck lips, so we see the inferior and the superior lip while he is at the breast. And if ever we do notice, we think that baby's gonna choke, or because we have more voluminous breast, if we want to make sure that his nose is okay for him to breathe, you can just press on the baby's bum, and then which will make that he lifts his head a little bit, so which will liberate his nose, if you will, making it easier for him to breathe. After breastfeeding, we will also notice that our nipple is round. If ever we notice that the nipple is flat, it's because baby is not well positioned at the breast, and that can injure the nipple. We don't want that while breastfeeding, because it can be very painful. If we do have problems with our nipple, it can make it painful, so we avoid that. Is baby well positioned? Like I said, you can feel, it's common to feel uncomfortable breastfeeding in the beginning. However, it's not normal for breastfeeding to be painful. The discomfort that you can feel is maybe from a 2 or 3 on 10 pain, if we will. However, if the pain is located at a 4 or more on a scale of 10, on a scale of 0 to 10, then you must break the suction of the baby and reposition him again, because if ever the mother endures pain that is higher than 4 and higher on a scale of 0 to 10, it can injure the nipple and the breast, so we don't want that. So how do we break a suction if ever a baby is not well positioned or it's painful? We simply take our little finger, or pinky finger, and we insert it in the mouth of the baby to break the suction, okay? Because if you just pull him off the breast, it'll be very painful. We don't want that. So how do we know that mom is well, even if she's slightly uncomfortable at the beginning? No comfort for the whole duration of the breastfeeding process, I assure you. Mom can hold a conversation, so she can talk while having her baby at the breast. If, like I said, the pain is persistent, break off the suction, reposition baby again. That's okay. It happens to all of us. So the different positions in which we can breastfeed are the traditional Madonna, inverse Madonna pose, football, colifourchon, which is when the baby is like sitting on your lap, lying down. There is also the Australian position and the she-wolf, la position Louvre. There will be images that you can see, or here, I don't know where Lisa's going to put them, but there will be images of the different positions you can try while breastfeeding. It is good to change different positions, so if you have 2 or 3 in your repertoire of positions, it's a good idea, because some positions do drain different parts of the breast. So while having 2 or 3 positions, you make sure that all the milk from different parts of the breast is being extracted. Is baby drinking enough? That honestly is the question that we always have from concerned mothers, because it's not like a bottle where we can see when the baby is drinking, but there are signs that can show you that baby is drinking enough. So after the when mother gets her milk in, baby will drink from 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. However, before mother has her milk, so the first days after giving birth, it is normal for, you see, nurses or whatever to tell you to breastfeed every 2 or 3 hours. That's in order to make sure that your milk comes in early. But after your milk is in, baby sleeps, you breastfeed on demand. However, you must make sure to put him at the breast at least 8 to 12 times in 24 hours. We hear baby swallow, mostly with the sound k, 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 as mentioned a while ago, and we can also see his throat moving like ours when we do swallow. Okay, and after mother's milk is in, you will see that the baby will pee in 5 or 6 different diapers. So if you see 5 or 6 changes of pee, that's a good sign. You'll also notice that the baby's urine is pale. So if ever you do notice that the baby's urine is dark or seems to have blood in it, that would be a good idea to consult your doctor, because it might be that baby's not drinking enough. Okay, so 5 or 6 diapers per 24 hours with pale urine is a good sign. You will also notice that the baby will poop for in 2 to 5 or more times as well in 24 hours. Okay, he will also gain weight. So those are the signs that allow you to know that the baby is feeding well. He will gain weight, he will poop 2 to 5 or more times in 24 hours. He will pee in 5 or 6 different diapers in 24 hours, and you will put him at the breast from 8 to 12 times in 24 hours, okay? Then there are periods where you'll notice that baby wants to drink more often. It's as if he can never be filled up. So those are called the poussées de croissance, so growing spurts. They usually happen after 4 to 10 days after being born, 3 to 5 weeks after the baby has been born, and around 3 months of life. Okay, so those growing spurts can last from 24 to 48 hours, and even sometimes they can last a week. So baby seems to always be thirsty. That's normal. It's because during those times he's growing more. Okay, you will see the different links that I did put in this video at the end. So different links you guys can consult of resources on breastfeeding. And you'll also notice if ever you want to go further in your reading or your information, you can also Google Dr. Newman, who's a Canadian pediatrics who has specialized in breastfeeding and gives all sorts of information, what to do for certain problems, breastfeeding problems. Honestly, his information is on the dot. There is also this book here for my Quebec residents. It's called the Mieux Vivre, or in English, it's called the From Tiny Tot to Toddler. That's the name, From Tiny Tot to Toddler. So it's a book that you can get at your local CLSC, even your doctor's office, and you can go on the website of the INSPQ, which will give you information on this book as well. If ever you guys do have comments, suggestions, do leave them in the comment section of this video, and I will be more than happy to give you more information if needed. And do consult the description of the video, because we will put all the information we have seen in this video. We'll write it down in the description. So thanks a lot for being here with me today and listening to this video. Have a good day.